Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. First, I want to introduce myself. My name is Zhehan Safi Wirasena, and my number is 5. So today, I will tell you a story. But before that, I bring an animal. Now, this animal that I hold is big, strong, wild, and is also the king of the jungle. Now, who knows what animal is it? Yes, you are right. This is the lion. So today, I will tell you a story, and the title is Androcles and the Lion. This story takes place in Rome, where there was a Greek slave named Androcles, and he had a boss who was very cruel. You know how? Who always gives the slave a lot of work, like cutting wood, get some water. You know how it is. And whenever Androcles made just a small bit of mistake, he would get beaten up by his boss. And one day, Androcles got beaten so much that he started crying. And he managed to escape from his master and he fled into the forest. But there he found a cave and he spent that night in that cave. Now every day in the morning, he always gathered a fruit from a tree and he drank the water from the river near that cave. Now a few days have passed and one day, Androcles started doing his usual activity. But when Androcles tried to went back to the cave, he saw something lurking in the dark. He saw a shadow of an animal who was huge, and what's more scarier is that the animal started groaning in the dark. Because of this, Androcles managed to check what kind of animal got to his cave. So step by step he took, and then he saw a lion. Because of that, Androcles was shocked and he managed to hide behind a huge rock and he carefully taking a peek behind that rock. What? A lion? How could a lion get to my cave? What am I supposed to do with this? Because of that, Androcles then managed to run. But when Androcles tried to look at the lion once again, he is confused because the lion didn't even rise or chase him. Because of that, Androcles then managed to stop and check what happened to the lion. Looking more closely at it, Androcles saw a big thorn pressed into the lion's paw. Huh? A thorn? How could a thorn get into your paw? As he carefully and slowly checked the lion's paw, it was covered in blood and much swollen. Don't worry, big guy, I'll help you out, okay? So plucking up a courage, Androcles seized and hold the thorn and just threw it out of the lion's paw, who roars with pain when the thorn comes out. And Androcles also managed to heal the wound with a bandage. Phew, there you go. Much better, right? Now after all of that problematic, the lion is now feeling much better and start leaving Androcles alone in the cave. Now a few days have passed since the lion had come to the cave and got saved by Androcles. But one day, when Androcles tried to gather a fruit from the tree, he got caught by the guard and the master. Because of that, Androcles was condemned to death for fleeing from his master. Now back then, it used to be the custom to throw murder and other criminal to a lion in a huge circus. Because of that, Androcles was condemned to be thrown to the lion and left there alone with only a spear to protect him. Now another thing, there were also the king of Rome in a royal box, and he gave the signal so that the lion would come out of his cage and just kill Androcles. There, the lion slowly and carefully approached Androcles with a terrifying groaning and roaring. Now, you might think that Androcles would just got killed, but instead, the lion fawned upon Androcles and made no attempt to do any harm. What? Said the king, the master, and the whole crowd watching this. Because of that, the king managed to hold the show for a moment and calls out Androcles. There, the king asked, "Why didn't the lion eat you?" Then Androcles then tells the whole story from the beginning and what actually happened between him and the lion. The king was touched by that story and he managed to stop the show. Ladies and gentlemen, I now have to stop the show because we just made the greatest man alive that I knew fight with his own friend. And you The master that slaved this man, I now have to condemn you to 2 years of prison because of your cruel doing. And that is the end of the story. But there were also a moral value in the story. Treat others as you want to be treated with kindness and helpfulness. Thank you for your attention. Goodbye. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.